Hello, I'm David Brooks,
I'm Stuart Watton.
and we're here with a special guest. Say your name.
Nicolette Stephanopoulos.
I've never heard you say your whole name before. That's kind of weird.
You don't even know how to say my name.
No, I don't know how to spell it. I do know how to say it. But it's Bust My Balls 8.
4 ball, 1 brawl.
It's first I heard of that one. Stuart,
Pretty
what's
clever.
busting your balls today?
What busts my balls, David, is when people spell great, meaning very good, and they spell it G-R-A-T-E.
There's no way you can see that from there.
No, there's not, but I promise you it's there.
You know what's really busting my balls today?
What?
Well, when you get a phone call early in the morning and your sister is just hanging out up there at school and she doesn't get there really early, but she tries to get there kind of early. And she'll give you a call and she whines to you and you're like, "Oh my God, what do you need?" And she's like, "You need to come up here right away." And you're tired and you don't feel like moving, but you go up anyway. And you find out that she's got traffic blocked up all the way to US 27 like a clogged artery. And,
Or a constipated butt.
ew.
Ew.
And, it turns out that all that she had wrong with her was that she had no gas in her car. It was back when she had the Buford. Speaking of that, you know what really busts my balls?
What?
When certain people run red lights down on Mama Street.
Nearly died that day.
We were this close to hitting a car.
Literally like that.
Was it this or that?
It was there's a squirrel over there.
No, it busts my boobs.
What's that?
When somebody is going to go to Frisch's and they can't get out of their driveway because they run out of gas.
That's only the third time I've run out of gas. I think that's normal.
It's not normal when you have to push your car up a hill.
All 3 times I ran out of gas at my own house. Most people do it out on the road. I was driving up to get gas one time to go to Kings Island, and it broke down right in front of a house right up there. I had to get help pushing it off to the side. It was kind of embarrassing, and we did get to Kings Island a little late.
You know what really busts my balls?
What's that?
The apparent remake of Commando.
Yeah, I heard about that.
What really bothers me is that the planned sequel for Commando eventually turned out to be Die Hard, thereby launching Bruce Willis's movie career. Now you're going to remake it.
Maybe it'll launch somebody else's career.
Yeah, so.
You know what probably busts Robert's balls?
What?
The fact that they're remaking Cliffhanger.
Yep.
Speaking of remakes, they're also remaking a Drop Dead Fred, Stuart. What is your opinion of that?
It'll never happen.
Haven't they been talking about that for like 8 years?
Close to that.
Well, anyway, what's busting your stuff?
When we make plans for a week and then they suddenly get canceled because we have to revolve it around somebody else.
I don't think he's going to be watching this, so we don't have to worry about who it is. It didn't turn out.
Stuart, what was your balls? Okay, David, what was your balls?
I don't have anything that busts my balls right now, but it does really get on my nerves, which is kind of busting my balls a little bit. When certain people continuously say that you do not keep score correctly. I know I've said this in the last one and the one before that, but it's still getting on my nerves and I still can't stand it.
Nicolette, what flicks your fallopian tubes?
When you're the one who's driving and other people complain about your car when they either don't have gas or don't have a car.
And then that
Some
same
people don't complain about the car, they just complain about nearly dying.
Well, first of all, you have zero room in your back seat, and then when you have
copier.
When you have giant human beings in your front seat, I get pushed to the back. I don't
You've
mean
never
giant.
said.
I don't mean
Oh.
giant as big, but I mean like giant as tall. And then during the entire day, you get yelled at by this person and stabbed with a spoon
In the neck.
in the neck
At a Chinese restaurant.
at a Chinese restaurant where there were a bunch of Mexicans.
A bunch of Mexicans.
And one was crying the whole time.
It was a baby.
That really busted my balls, too.
You know what busts my balls?
You don't have balls. You have to say, like, irritates my ovaries or violates my vagina
That's too much.
Or vulva.
or tears up my titties.
Those are all very vulgar.
Okay, irritates my ovaries.
You know what irritates my ovaries?
What, when a mosquito flies into a light and dies?
Yes.
No, what did you really have?
But when somebody goes to a buffet, or when gnats just fly all over you, either way. When somebody goes to a buffet and gets one plate and doesn't even finish that one plate.
Hey,
Yeah.
that was Yeti style.
That was Yeti style. You were too busy spitting on a giant spoon.
You know what really busts my balls?
What?
The fact that Nicolas Cage is an apparent vampire. You know what pulls at Mindy's pubic hairs?
That is disgusting.
Way too much.
When, what was I gonna say now? Oh, yeah. When someone came into a kangaroo, like, area in some other country, and they beat up this kangaroo, but the kangaroo came back and beat it up, so they put the kangaroo to sleep. Mindy is furious about that. She wants the kangaroo to be alive. What do you think about that?
How vulgar are we going to be on this?
Go as... It's a
Because I have
X-rated...
I have
For
another
me?
one. Yeah, I have one for you.
Oh, Lord. What?
Nicolette, what lashes at your labia?
Oh, God.
I can't look at her while I say it.
As long as it doesn't involve the P word, we're okay.
I was getting ready to say one for that.
No, thank you.
I was going to say impregnates your P word.
Oh, Lord.
You're going to ask what impregnates her Mitch?
Carrots.
You know what grinds?
Carrots.
You know
Really?
what really busts my
No,
balls?
I think they wasted the carrot. Why not cut it up and put it on a salad after you
Yeah.
wash it off?
You know what really
No.
busts my balls? When you go up to Jungle Gyms and you see this giant carrot that covers up like 7 aisles above there, and you wonder how
That
someone...
was probably her chosen carrot.
I was wondering how someone could stick that in there.
I'm
So-
sure there's been quite a few things.
That's a
stuck
big
up
gap.
there.
That gap's larger than the gaps at Minute Maid Park. Yeah, but they do help you see.
That helped her see in both ways.
Um, I'm gonna probably have to.
You know what
keep
busts
this
my
for people to
balls?
see. What?
Pushing your car.
It wasn't that bad. It was a lot easier when I got out of it.
Yeah, but before you got out there, I had to hold it in place.
Superman over here.
I'm pretty strong.
I wasn't talking about you.
I see how it is.
You know what really busts my balls?
What?
Because of special effects, while they are now filming the new Superman movie, it won't come out until 2013.
I think the world will be over by then.
No, don't believe in that garbage.
The Mayans thought that Spaniards were gods. They
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. I don't think the world's going to end.
Ever?
It will. I mean, the sun's going to burn out eventually, and then it will kill everything on Earth.
It will Spain.
Oh, Lord.
But this will be long after we're dead.
Yep. I'm still really pissed off about how this is spelled.
Grate. It's like crate, but great.
Maybe that's
It's
what
like-
she was born for.
She's not smart.
She's the same person that they sang the song for. Hey Tony, I like the things you do. Hey Tony, if I could I would be you.
Lies.
You're the one and only tiger with the one and only taste. You know how to hit a softball and hit it. Grate.
G-R-A-T-E.
You know what really busts my balls?
What?
The entire city of Newport.
You don't really bust my balls.
What's that?
This has to do with cheap cereal. There's like the cereal that just comes in a bag, no box. There's one called Marshmallow Mateys, which is really awesome because it's basically Lucky Charms. But then they have chocolate Marshmallow Mateys, which, I shit you not,
Count Chocula cereal?
no, they're like Cocoa Puffs with the marshmallows.
What about those boulders at the Frost or Fruity Pebble boulders or whatever they are?
I have not yet had those.
Are they like corn pops? Is that what they are?
I don't know.
I haven't had them yet either. Or either. Either or either, whatever you want to say.
Either or either way.
Just call the whole thing off, I guess.
You don't really bust my balls.
What's that?
When somebody sets up a shindig and then leaves, has people change their plans for them and then leaves,
You know what really busts my balls?
What?
When
and then they claim
oh.
that people didn't be there.
When grandfathers of great white apes are passing away and they want other people back in their lives, even though they block them from their lives completely, even though the big fat ape needs to be out of this person's life anyways.
Isn't he from Newport?
Yes, he's the guinea. He's the big ape. The silverback gorilla. The wop.
It's Newport.
Hey, yeah, Guinea.
They don't know about that yet. Oh, we
Just
don't even know
remember,
those people.
WAP is not a sound effect when it's being used against Italians. It means without papers, jackass.
Yeah, go walk around in your wife beaters that are a size too small.
And sleep until 6 p.m.
There's no use in crying over spilled guineas.
My favorite line of that movie.
It's The Departed for those of you who are not following. I'm pretty sure the one in the middle isn't.
You know what really busts
I've
my
seen that
balls?
movie.
When
What?
Daniel Day-Lewis does not get the Oscar for Gangs of New York because Adrian Brody played a Holocaust victim.
You know what really busts my balls?
What?
Adrian Brody's nose. How can you watch a movie that he's in without looking at his nose the entire time?
In King Kong, I thought the ape and his nose were going to do battle. And I kid you not, if you watch that movie, you will notice that when he kisses Naomi Watts, her head disappears.
It's almost as if he was just like smelling something. It would suck up like the worms that come out of the walls. It would just suck a person up. You're not following, are you? Remember when they were in the cave and that wormy thing just came out and ate one of the people?
They were in a ravine.
A ravine, my bad.
There was a scene like that in the original King Kong back in the 30s, but they thought it was too scary, so they took it out.
You know what really busts my balls? Mosquitoes. Allergies. Cancer.
You know what really busts my balls?
Bad. What's that?
Lots of stuff. You know what really
Most
busts Robert
people.
balls?
What? Robert Balls.
My niece Kendall, when he laughs at her because she kicked him right in the balls one time,
That really did bust his balls.
and she didn't get in trouble.
He apparently has big balls. That's what they called him, Big Balls Bartholomew. So they're now going to be Tara's big balls.
And they're around for now.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know what they're into. I kind of know.
They're
what
getting
into.
married, so I think it's okay.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it.
He's got big balls. And they're Tara's balls now.